here. I need to throw in the song.
Tell me when you go live.
And
Completely.
okay, stream only, and we'll put that down to right here with the sound. And I'm gonna get out my phone to check out my stream real quick to see if that's loud enough.
Alright, so real quick, Marcus.
Actually,
so I'm gonna
no,
have to
I'm
transmit your lines to Helm. You remember what we talked about and how you're gonna come in, right? Alright, good. So Helm, while we're waiting here, just you and streaming me, do you remember what happened last time, by any chance?
Sort of. I mean, you did, like, type everything out.
Yeah, I didn't write it down. I wrote down the base of it.
I mean, it would be pretty good to go with a, review.
Secretly, he's like, I don't remember a fucking thing. What's my name again?
Who the fuck am I?
Alright, you ready?
Me?
Yes.
Yes. I thought you were talking to other person.
Hello, everybody. My name is Chaos Cat 2001.
And my name is Helm Lord
Shut the fuck
5792.
As Chaos Cat, as the channel implies. Today we are joined with only one adventurer from our old party, Mr. Helm Lord.
Yeah,
And we are joined with somebody new.
I'm so ornery.
Marcus. I don't know his last name. Say hello, Marcus. Very good. Now, last time we left off, our two travelers, the shaman and the techromancer, entered the town of Grifffoot. We'll call it Grifffoot for now, because I forgot what I called it.
I don't think you called it anything.
No, I don't think I did either.
Yeah, you just said
They
town.
helped a dark elf or drow that was going to be killed by the town. They figured out that dark magic has been taking people from the town and killing them somewhere off in the fields. They met up with a man named Chaos who helped them fight a dark Antriarch outside the town. But soon he turned on them as they meddled in his affairs.
He shot
A
me.
man named Peace came to save them. They fought alongside Peace and drove Chaos off, or at least what they think they did. The next morning, they met an elf, a woodland elf lady, who was disguised as Zeroth, who was dragged off to jail.
And that's all.
So
That's where
Helm,
we
you
left off.
re-enter the tavern, if you remember. You were staying at a tavern with a halfling, a main barkeep. He's kind of letting you stay there for free
Okay.
and kind of cooking food in the morning and shit.
Okay.
Because you're helping the town. And he's talking to a few. He's like, hello there, Mr. What's your guy's name again? Kane?
Caden.
Caden. He's like, Mr. Caden, there are many people here who could probably help you on your journey now that I see that the shaman has left you. And you kind of think, because it's been a while since, we found the elf that was, disguised as Zeroth, and he said that, he had been summoned somewhere out in the woods, and that he would return shortly.
Okay.
And by shortly, I mean in technically kind of medieval standards, so probably a week from now, and kind of like game time, pretty much.
Short.
But so,
I'm not talking about the
plenty of
halfling.
people who would accompany you here, and you kind of look around the room and you're like, yes, most likely.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And you see a guy, but you kind of remember running after the guards who took the elf lady away. He kind of bursts in, and he's like, Marcus, don't we? What's that? He kind of singles you out, and he's like, you, what's your name?
Oh, also, real quick on my stream, I gotta say, Marcus, he does not have his mic set up for Skype, so
Yeah, I'm
Chaos
basically
here is going to be translating, or
Yeah, I'm gonna be-
transmuting?
going through. But anyways, like, you, what's your name?
Caden?
Caden. First of all, I'd like to apologize for her behavior. I don't know what's gotten into her. My name's Callan.
Hi.
I need your help.
Okay, what for?
I need you to get her out of prison.
Um,
I promise she. I don't know what's going wrong with her, but we are just passing through a town,
okay.
going to the capital city. And I need your help.
Okay.
Alright, so you agree to what Callan's saying, and would you like to roll a perception to see if there's anything special about him that you need to know or something?
Sure, let me just figure out where the heck I put my dice rolling thing.
Dude, I have a set of my own dice now, for green and white.
Well, I mean, I have... It's good. No, wait, I have dice
I mean, I'm
roller
not going
right
to
here.
use my pair of own dice because it's going to be like loud clanking noise.
Yeah, like this.
Yeah. But dude, they're fucking green and white, or great it's
Mine is green and black.
fucking, you know what was great, just while we're sitting here, I turned the music off real quick. Fucking, there's a shot, not too far away, it's kind of a longish walk, but not too far. I walked down there, and they literally got, like, a fucking box of dice. Just for in stock, and just like, yeah, sure, pick out the colors.
Well then, I just rolled a 20.
So, you look Callan up and down, kind of, while he's talking to you. And, actually, should probably put on town music.
And I'm just all like, dang, this guy does not have a shirt.
Actually, quite a few things about him. He is a high elf. And you notice that he might have not been, he might not be the most, like, he might not be, like, the honorable type, but he's not physically himself too evil. You know that he's a thief of some sort, or that he steals goods to get by. Just by kind of how he's dressed. And you also notice a kind of a special dagger by his side.
Okay. His, I also noticed that he's not wearing a shirt.
Well, no.
He's more or less just wearing
that's
the
the only
armor.
thing I could find. He's kind of in, like... Have you ever played the game Thief?
No, but I've seen pictures of it.
Alright, so you know what the main character kind of looks like?
Yes.
He's kind of dressed like that. He's kind of in dark, kind of like leather-ish type armor.
Okay.
You can also tell that he's, not the best fighter, I guess, because of his choice of weapon, or he's not, up in your face, kind of like you are.
I'm not quite like that. I'm more or less like...
You have two swords that are strapped to your arms.
Well...
You're up close and personal, dude. Anyway, so he kind of looks around the crowd. So you look around the crowd, and you kind of take the barkeep's advice. And there are a few different people you can walk up to and recruit as party members. There are, and you can walk up to any one of them. I'm just going to give you their name. There is Grimhook, Felix, Night Eye, and Raven. You walk up to any one of them, and you can recruit one of them to join you.
What's fee? Can I roll a perception check and see what weapons they
basically,
have?
when you're going to pick these guys, you can walk up to them and talk to them.
Can I see what weapons they're holding before I go walk up to them? Okay, so I'm gonna roll another perception.
Who do you want to do this on? Like, who are you walking up to first?
I was gonna go up to Felix, but
Alright. That's great, because I pulled up his character sheet first. Alright, so you walk up to
Can
Felix,
I roll
and
again?
stand arm next to him, and you're like, hello, sir. You're like, hello. He's like, greetings.
Can I roll
yeah.
again for real quick?
Yeah?
Okay, because I got a 1, and I really don't want to accept that.
I'll let you re-roll that one.
11?
Alright, that's decent. So you talk to him, he tells you that his name is Felix Shroud. You kind of look at his weapons first to see what he has. He seems to have he seems to kind of have like a bandolier. You can kind of just see all of him. He kind of has what looks like to be throwing daggers. And he can kind of notice that he has one special dagger because it's very decorated. It's an elvish dagger, and you can kind of tell. Give me a wisdom roll.
Wisdom? Throw that out, and I got an 8, and my wisdom is 8.
Alright, so you can notice that it is elvish, and it is enchanted. That's all you really know. You can't quite guess the enchantment. It's something.
All that I know is that it has an enchantment. Okay.
Yeah, that's all you really know.
Okay, then.
So, is there anything you wanted to talk to him about?
I want to ask him where he's from and how he's doing.
Like, I am from a kind of a band of gypsies, you could say.
Fair enough.
Shrouds. We're kind of a traveling entertainment group, but not too recently I went off to go to the main city to kind of bring, I don't know, you could say pride to the family.
Okay then.
And if you want to roll another, or if you want to roll another perception or an intelligence, I can give you his perks and derps.
Okay. I'm gonna roll another. Wait.
And this would be an intelligence roll.
Intelligence. I'm a little bit more intelligent, so I'll do that.
All right.
16 and my intelligence is 4.
All right. So, and Marcus, I'll let you have a go here in a second. But you can kind of tell one of his derps. His personality can get him into trouble sometimes. He's kind of like kind of like a goofball, you could say. He's a jokester.
Okay then.
You can also tell that he's a man of religion or he's a cleric of some sort. And
Okay.
you can tell by that he can call upon his god for aid.
Is he gonna get really annoying about it though?
No, he's not going to be like, I believe in Jesus, and you should too. No, he's not going to be like that.
Yeah, like,
That's not how I read
People.
this character. So there's some
Okay.
other people you can go up to. There's Grimhook, there's Night Eye. Real quick, Marcus, is there anything you want to do? Alright, so Marcus starts kind of going up behind him. And you can kind of see that he is going to try to pick his pocket.
Can I go slap his hand away?
No.
Can I do anything
Let's
about
see
it?
what's your dexterity. And he does manage to steal 4 gold from him
Okay then.
without him noticing.
Okay then.
Good job, Callan the High Elf.
Let's go check out the other people though.
Alright, who do you want to check out next? Raven, Night Eye, or Grimhook?
Grimhook sounds good.
Alright. You walk up to Grimhook. He's a shorter man. He sits down and he kind of has like this big tank veil. He's like, hello, human. How are you?
Is he a dwarf?
Oh, you want to do a perception?
Yes.
Alright, give me a perception roll.
17 and my perception is 11.
Alright, you can tell that he is indeed a dwarf. You look at his, you kind of look at his, belt, and he has this, weapon. He has a big, kind of like dwarven hand axe. And he also has this kind of what you assume would be his, like, forge hammer, what he uses to, like, like, bend molten iron, pretty much,
Okay then.
make a sword. And you also kind of notice he has these 2, like, kind of welding goggles on his head that kind of protect him from, like, smoke and stuff, or if ever, so it's like a big sandstorm or something, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think
You can
Grimhook
also
sounds good.
guess that he is what would be called a forge master, which means he's good at building things.
Okay then.
And I'll even give you one of his main perk. His main perk, Tinker, can make stuff with little resources.
Okay then.
So, like, as in, if you want to make, like, a big shield, you'd need, like, 10 or so scrap iron, when he'd only need, like, 5, because he knows how to use it well.
Okay then.
And you can talk to him. Marcus, you'd like to say? No, Marcus is just saying silent. He's like,
He's just like,
I'm assuming, yeah. He's basically like, well, you're here to pick out, another traveling mate. I'm not, the one to decide this.
I feel like we should get Grimhook. Because he
check
seems
out-
like a cool guy.
Check out the others, because there's 2 more you haven't checked out, and one of them I might actually think you might like more.
Okay, so
Yeah, Night Eye and Raven.
let's check out
And
Night
before
Eye.
anything, Marcus just said something. Marcus kind of points to a Night Eye and says, I remember him. He's somebody we used to travel with.
I'm gonna run at Night Eye and punch him in. No, don't actually, no.
Well, you want to talk to Night Eye first?
Yeah. I was
Alright,
gonna
so you
say
walk
run
up
up
to
to him
Night Eye,
and
you don't
punch
even
him, but no.
perception roll to do this. You can tell that he's a faunus, which is like an animal person.
Oh. I see the lingo you're going with here.
And he walks up and he kind of sees He kind of sees Callan. He's like, "Callan, how are you? It's been years." And Marcus is like, or Callan is like, "Yes, it has, my friend. How are you?" Quite good. Who is this with you?" "This is Kane. He's looking for another traveling mate." So would you like to do a perception check?
Sure. See what weapons he has.
Okay.
20.
Alright, you can tell he has kind of you can tell what he does. He's a hunter. He hunts game out in the wilderness. Callan speaks quite highly of him as he is a good skilled archer. Um, he has two perks. Since you can also kind of tell what breed, because faunuses have different types of breed. You can
Okay.
look at him and you can tell that he's a cat breed, or is what some people would call a lion faunus. He had By this you can tell that he has a good sight at night, and he's quite good on his feet, which
Okay.
means he won't make as much noise when sneaking.
Okay then.
And he seems to be, quite a happy fellow,
Okay then. So,
So you exchange words with him, and do you want to go check out Raven? I think you should. Raven's the one I like the most out of them.
okay then. So I'll go talk to Raven, I guess.
Alright, so you go walk up to Raven, and you, once again, don't even need a stealth or a perception roll to notice. You realize that he is a drow,
Okay.
and you walk up to him. Is there anything you want to say before you do a perception check?
I'm gonna say, hello, how are you?
It's like, "I am good, human. How are you?"
I am good, and now I do a perception check.
Alright,
17, and my perception is 11.
alright. So you realize that he's, just by how he kind of, dressed up, you can kind of tell that he's a warlock. He's a magic user himself. You can tell that he has a hand crossbow kind of strapped to his shoulder that he can easily pull out. And he also has two steel short swords. And what looks to be what he's wearing around his neck, what looks like a soul gem and an amulet.
Okay.
You can tell kind of by how he's also looking. He is also somewhat of a, he's like a man of he's kind of like a priest-esque man. He has a perk and a derp. He has a perk Mind Reader, can telepathically read minds and communicate to others.
Okay.
And his derp is the voices. Hears voices that influence him. So he kind of hears almost like a heavenly voices in his head all the time that influence his actions. You can also figure out a few of his spells, which are every warlock has. It's called Eldritch Blast. It's a constant, which means it doesn't take out a magic slot when he uses it. And it's a simple blast that does 12d damage. I'm only telling you this technically as just a player. He
Okay.
also has another one called Hellish Rebuke. After damage is dealt to the adventurer, a hellish flame engulfs the attacker, d20 times 2. Can only be used one time a day.
Okay then. So, I feel like we should go with Grimhook, I mean.
Actually, wait. Oh, and I just realized you can actually pick 2. I just realized that because the max party is 5 and you can pick 2 for now.
Oh yeah.
So, Grimhook, and then you have a choice between Felix, Night Eye, and Raven.
I feel like Night Eye just because.
Callan knows.
Yeah.
Alright. You will most likely see these other two sometime in the future after one of these guys go away. Alright, so you go back up to Grimhook and you're like, "You look like a man who wants a good adventure." And he's like, "That's the only reason I'm out on the surface, my boy. If you're offering travel, I will join you."
And now.
Then Callan kind of walks up and like, "My friend, how would you like to join us on another adventure?" And he's like,
Fuck yeah!
"After what we did to the High King, I don't know, but I will join you for a small while. I'll see if I like the party, and if I do, I will continue with you guys." And they, and Callan kind of gives him a hug, and they He hugs him and he's like, "Alright, we're good to go. Let's
Yay,
stop the prison."
friendly embraces.
Alright, so you all head off to the prison. And you walk up, and the sheriff is outside, kind of sitting outside in a kind of like a lounge chair, and he kind of tips his hat up and he's like, "Ah, Caden, how are you?" Or, that was his voice. "Ah, Caden, how are you?"
Hello, what's up?
Not much, my friend. I assume you came here to talk to the drow or the elven woman?
Yes, the elven woman, in fact.
You have the keys. Go on in. Just don't let her out. Without
Okay,
my permission first, at least.
okay.
And you walk through, and you tell Grimhook and I kind of just stay outside because it's a small place, so they're just kind of staying outside with the sheriff, just kind of talking to him,
Okay.
And
I don't know why I'm
go
making-
in there, and you kind of see this. She's a bit smaller. She's a small elven woman. Kind of like she even has kind of like this blue tint to her skin, kind of like a forest elf almost. So she's sitting there. She's sitting there, just kind of twiddling her thumbs. Still, she looks up and she sees Callan. She immediately runs to the bar. It's like, "Oh, thank goodness you're here." And was there anything you'd like to say? I mean, she was imitating your friend.
I'm gonna say, why were you imitating my friend? Just wondering.
That piece of shit. What's Loss's race called again?
He was a, Dragonborn.
Those fucking Dragonborn. You don't know what they did to me. What happened. And you kind of look over at Callan because he kind of bows his head somewhat.
I'm just gonna kind of glance over at him and go, what the hell is she talking about?
Pack of Dragonborn. They've been fighting humans for a while, and she was adopted by a big group, only family she ever knew besides me, and they were all slaughtered in front of her. She was only 5 at the time, I believe. It's actually quite tragic, and found her not too long before then, while I was running away from the high city down south.
Okay then. Wonderful story time, yeah.
He kind of looks at her, it's like, "We need to get you out of here. You have what I gave you." And she kind of looks at him, and she pulls out what seems to be a small, like, metal sliver. Yeah,
Okay.
a few of them, actually. And he's like, he didn't take them off me.
Okay.
And I
then.
would you like to do a perception roll?
Yep.
Alright, give me a perception check.
19.
You realize that these are lockpicks,
Oh.
and she's going to attempt to break out of her jail.
So, I'm just gonna nudge at him and just go, dude, I got the key.
And it's like, really now?
Yeah, I mean,
You just kind of say, like, "I have to talk to the sheriff first, but a few
Yeah.
words through me, and he'll most likely let her out."
yeah.
And do me a perception check on her, I guess, so you can figure out what she has.
Perception. Oh, 3.
All you really know is that she's a woodland elf, and she's kind of like a roguish mage. That's
So-
about it. You can also ask Callan more about her if you'd like, because they seem to be pretty close.
Okay, so I'll do that later. I'll go talk to the sheriff for right now.
Alright, so you go out and you talk to the sheriff, and you can kind of see Night Eye sitting there talking to him, kind of peering into a prison, kind of like he already knew that Callan was going to try and break somebody out. He's like, "Oh, kid, is that all then?" And you're like, "No." Actually, what would you like to say before I say everything for you?
Before I just say everything for you and do it myself. I'm gonna walk up to the sheriff and ask him if we can please let the lady go.
I mean, she tore up the damn library pretty bad. I mean, literally, it was a blaze. It was hard to put it out. Why do you need her out? She was even imitating one of your friends, trying to sully his name.
Well,
Oh, wait, no, he never met Xeroth. Never mind, he doesn't say that last bit.
yeah.
So they're just like, look, she has information that we might need, and I'd be happy to pay any fine. He's like, I guess this can be one of your awards. I'll let her go. And you walk back in, and you start to unlock the cage. And this is where Callan's like, this is Clary. She's woodland elf from the woods. Obviously, I don't know much more of an introduction.
I didn't really think of
You
an...
can roll another perception check.
Rolling perception check. Roll 14. Perception is 11.
Alright, so once again, you know that she's a roguish-esque mage. She has she actually has one main spell. She's not that good at, fighting magic, but she has one main spell, which is Transform Direwolf. She can morph into a direwolf.
Okay.
She is a very charismatic person. She's not, easy to anger. She's quite friendly. And you can also see that she has an elven bow on her back.
Okay.
Well, she does now after she takes it off, though. What he did take off of her.
Okay, then.
And you all kind of stroll out. Grimhook kind of looks at her for a second and is like, welcome to the party. I assume you'll be staying with them just as long as me. And he kind of taps her on the shoulder, and they both make pleasant conversation. And this is when you see, and he's not going to stay with you, I'm not going to have you like a party of 18. You kind of see Peace walk up towards the prison after he saw you and say, Caden, I'm glad I found you. I've been doing some research into the town and its troubles. I do have to leave soon, but I figure since you're tackling these problems, I would help you. You helped me after all. And it gives you 3 main places you might want to check to figure out what's going on in this town.
Okay, then.
It gives you the cemetery, where it seems that bones have been taken.
Okay.
It gives you this old farm, not too far out from the city, that seems to be destroyed, and an old manor that's been burned down.
Okay, then.
And he's like, I'm sorry, I must be off. They kind of marks them all on your map. He's like, take care, my boy. And Callan? Like, hello, Peace. And you kind of notice that they're not, all too,
Buddy,
friendly.
buddy.
Yeah, they're not all too friendly with each other. I mean, Callan is a thief, and,
Yeah.
Peace is a noble paladin of an order, and he's, doesn't really like associating with evil. But he also looks at Night Eye, and he gives Night Eye a big pat on his shoulder, and he's like, good to see you at least, my boy. And he's like, I must be off now. I hope to see you again soon. If you're ever back down south, come say hi to me. I'll be glad to see you both. You too, Kate.
Okay.
And he walks off. So where'd you like to go first? Would you like to search the cemetery?
Let's go with classic mystery thing. Let's go to the cemetery.
Right. Oh, I found a... No, but it's too small. Never mind. I was about to say, I found a better image for Callan, but no. We'll leave it. There's town music going on, and it just turned to, like, fucking epic fight music. It turned to... Duh! 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 It's like, oh god!
Is that town music? I don't think so.
Alright, so you all walk to the cemetery.
Okay.
And, Night Eye, real quick, I have to pull up his character sheet once more.
Okay.
Night Eye, the Khajiit Hunter.
Oh, so we're using Skyrim stuff now, too.
Well, that's basically what he said he's gonna be, but it's like Faunus. Its actual name, I just call it that because that's basically what it is.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, its actual race is called a Faunus, or a Lion Faunus.
Which I know where you got that from. Ruby.
Yes.
Okay, then.
Let me close all these character sheets real quick. I have like 18 open, you need to give me a second. Where is Callan? Callan!
Callan!
Alright, so Night Eye is immediately going to give a perception check. Because he's also kind of fluent about what's going on in the town. I mean, he's been here for a while. Just kind of scared to leave, because of what everybody's been saying. And, what is your perception again? Quite high perception. He looks around the graves kind of first, and he doesn't really see anything of interest. Would you like to do anything before anybody else does anything?
I'm going to search around for stuff with the roll of 17.
And that's perception.
Yes, and my perception is 11.
So you look around, and you kind of see what looks to be tracks of something. Like, you look at everybody else, and they don't even know. It doesn't seem to be, like, an animal, but it doesn't seem to be human. These tracks.
Okay then.
You can kind of follow them off to the windmill, but it's kind of patchy.
So, I'm going to look at these marks and yell at them. Just one solid tone, just ah! No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Alright, Grimhook is just kind of milling about. He's not quite. Well, I mean, he's decently perceptive, but, he's kind of just there for, physical backup.
Okay.
Marcus, what would you like to do? Perception check, got it. He notices even more. Now, he was on a previous adventure with people like Chaos and Peace, and he the track seemed similar to him to something they fought before. And you can kind of see a shudder go down him, remembering what it was.
I'm going to ask him what it was.
He's like, it's a nightmaric beast or something, but I can't be sure. I mean, they're quite similar. I would proceed with caution to wherever we go next if we follow these tracks.
Okay then.
Marcus, do you want to be in control of Clary's actions? So I think you have her character sheet too. Alright, you can be. What would Clary like to do? Nature check, got it. She does kind of a nature check on the areas around to see if there's anything, unnatural here. And she can there's nothing wrong with the place. It's just that it seems that graves have been looted.
Okay then.
And specifically the things that have been taken are their bones.
So, what are we gonna do? Run into a hellhound here? That's just digging up bones?
You could, but I think you're gonna find something a little bit worse.
Well, let's go after these tracks
So
cautiously.
you follow the tracks to the farm not too far out from the town, and time to cue the music because things are about to start happening.
Okay, let me cue my music too. Need to go into here and
you follow the tracks up the hill, and you kind of notice that the windmill that was there has this kind of like giant, what looks to be, it's not, but it looks to be like a giant, like, blue soldier. And it's just like crashed all the way through.
why can I hear this?
Hear what?
That is not playing through my stream. What the hell? Hold on.
What are you hearing?
I've started up some music and now it's like... Why is it playing through that one? Okay, never mind, I entered the wrong one. So we will do stream only for that. There we go, fixed it. I was messing with the wrong one.
Alright, false alarm.
Sorry about that.
Anyway, so, do you want to, give me a wisdom or perception check? Or actually, no, wisdom or history. Give me a wisdom or history check. Everybody give me a wisdom or history check.
I'm pretty wise, so I will do a wisdom. Are you serious? Okay, so I got an 8, and my wisdom is 8.
Okay, so you know that this thing is what they called a fall shard. When the comet, exploded in dark energy, these are kind of what it left behind. You don't know much more than that. You know that it's magical, but you don't know exactly what it does.
Okay then.
Marcus, or Callan, doesn't really know anything about it. Clary, gonna roll for her, she actually knows quite a lot about these. She knows that they can either hinder or strengthen magic. So, like, depending, she doesn't know exactly what type of shard it is. There's two main ones. One that, like, stops magic from really working. So, like, if you were to cast a spell near it, it wouldn't work.
Okay.
And some of them enhance it, which makes that spell even more powerful. So she doesn't really quite know what those are, but she does know them. She knows this pretty much the same as you, history-wise. She kind of knows that they fell when the comet, uh, broke, and dark energy, and she knows that they destroyed a lot of cities as well. Like the old main capital city of this kind of continent that you're on
Okay.
was completely destroyed by it. And if you go there now, it's like a big, like, magic just doesn't work there.
Okay.
Grimhook doesn't really know anything about these. He's never really seen one before. He's just kind of, he's been in caves, dwarven homes. And Night Eye doesn't really know too much either. I mean, he knows about maybe the same as you.
Okay then.
So you walk up to the house, and here comes the moment of truth to see what you all are going to be fighting, because you know you're going to fight something when I cue up my music.
Well, I mean,
Um,
I can't hear your music, so.
yeah. So, would any of you like to give me fucking, perception, because you're kind of near the main building now, of what you might, what you're hearing from inside the building, because you kind of hear voices, but you can't quite make out what you're saying. Would you like to see if any of you, I forgot to mention that, my bad. Would you like to see if you can figure out what's being said inside?
I rolled a 12, and my perception is 11, I mean.
Alright. So, Callan rolled 17. You can hear, what seems to be a man inside. And he seems to be just, almost kind of sounds like he's talking to himself. Alright, we're going to have to take a quick pause.
Okay.
Because I tried to open an image and all my other images closed. So, bear with me real quick, everybody.
Bear. No one else is laughing. Was it funny? I'm going to look for suspenseful music real quick, because I do not have suspenseful music.
Shit, this might actually require a computer restart.
Really?
Yes, because I can't open any image now.
Okay then.
Alright, everybody on my streams, and I will return in a small bit. Marcus and Helm here, aka just Marcus, because you won't be able to hear him. Or just Helm, because you won't be able to hear Marcus. We'll keep you all company while I go fix this problem.
Okay then. And, let's see here. I'm just gonna keep the music off for right now. You guys will get a small taste of my, amazing music that I do not really have right now. I don't know what I'm doing, just so you guys know. I barely understand. Alright, let's see. This is perfect. Oi. Ha. Hi. Wait a second, you can hear me. Why am I typing? Hello. Let's see here. How do you really? Don't know what the. Wait, what? Okay, so. Wait. Oh no. Is this not royalty free? Oh no. I might have just screwed that up. Oh no, stop it. I might have just screwed that one up. Welp, oops. Well, I didn't show the whole thing, so it didn't. Shouldn't worry a little bit too much. Let's see here. Who am I looking for? What YouTuber is it? It's like... I need to look for... Okay, I'm just gonna pull that up all the way. Ah, there we go. Okay. Okay, let's see here.
Uh-huh. Someone say something?
I don't know.
Say
Let's...
something now?
I'm saying stuff. I'm saying the stuffs. Saying all the stuff.
Why is all my audio gone?
That's loud. I'm sorry.
Oh shit, this is not good at all. Speaker. No. Again, and Marcus, can you tell me if I'm being heard?
I can hear you.
Alright.
I can hear you. I don't know if he's caught on, but I can't fucking hear anything. I can hear you.
Alright, back right again.
I can hear.
Yeah, tell him the problem is that I can't hear anything.
Oh yeah. I realize. Don't worry. Don't worry.
I'm gonna shut down my computer and try again.
Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay, I like this one. It's not it. Okay. Banging head on wall. Okay, sure, why not? Okay, we'll go over here and then we'll do... Cursing, yes. Yes, quite, yes. Copy. And do that. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Mustache. That is loud. Okay, we'll just put the music back on. What is this?
Practice a dream.
What?
Practice a dream.
Well then. Fair enough. Let's see here. Bam, 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 bam. Was that one of the ones I made? Oh, yeah, that makes more sense. Why is that not in music, though? It is. What the? Okay, so we will delete that. What the hell? Where's this mystery sound coming from? Oh, okay. I get it. I need to do that and throw this away. Probably remove that. God, all the music changes. Look for some music by Technoworks.
Now shit can be heard.
Really?
Yes.
Good. Okay.
Where the hell have you been?
You should know where the hell I've been. I haven't been that far from you. You're still on the fucking phone.
Okay, so now that you're back, we will put this down.
When you're back, you're gonna have to give me a minute. Because I have to reset everything up. Is your stream still going?
Yeah.
Okay, hi everybody on that end.
Yep.
You're on my end, technical difficulty. Or if you were on my end but somehow found his end, technical difficulties.
Nope, no one's watching.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Because I just noticed that viewers is literally at 0.
Good. Fantasy Town music.
You stream only on that?
Didn't hear what I just said.
I didn't.
Something that Brian would say.
Chips.
About fucking. I need to get all the images back up.
Just so you know, the only thing that I would know Brian would say was, fuck, 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 fuck.
Fuck you! Fuck me! India! Yay! Pictures are here now! Why was I got Marcus? You know where the fuck I was gone. What happened to your attention span? Did it dwindle down to nothing? Man, yeah, I'm using big fucking words today. I don't think I even used that big word correctly, but hey. I'll have to find your guys' characters. Okay, I'm just gonna take them off the scope then.
Chips.
Clearly can be seen. Rain is gone. Never mind, I'm gonna have to find them in my thing. Technical difficulties. Da 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 da. Where are you, Callan? Where are you in my images? Where is she? Oh wait, no, I put them on the desktop and I put them over here. Oh yeah, found them. The elven men and lady. It's an elven man.
Oh yeah, and apparently my stream can only go on for 3 hours, which, honestly, that's probably all the time we need, but hey.
Oh man, what about a 12-hour stream we're going to... What about that 500-hour stream we were going to do?
Yeah, no.
Why not, man? I thought we had this planned.
You know as good as
You
I
promised
do.
if Lost bought you Taco Bell, which he still hasn't done. Remember that agreement you made with him all that time ago?
What would I do if he bought me Taco Bell?
Play Minecraft.
And I did.
Yes, and guess what he hasn't done?
Bought me Taco Bell?
Got you Taco Bell. I think you should break his legs. That's how I do it.
Just talking about such a menial thing, it's like, I think you should break his legs.
I think you should. I should get my tux in my hip and I can actually do that properly. I think you should break his legs. That's what we do in the mob.
Don't mind the crunching. I am just eating chips.
Marcus says the crunching bothers him a lot.
Well, I'm gonna hurt him. With more crunching.
Well, he's going to feel pain. Da 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 da.
Ow, point food.
Alright, my people, we are back. Yes.
These
Hello,
chips hurt. They're pointy.
Okay, I'm sorry, my thing all the
You keep fading out.
fuck you. How was that?
It was good, but then you went quiet again.
Just stop talking.
No, you went like, how? Ah,
Anyway, today we are back again. Sorry, but you guys walked up.
what did you say?
Um,
Why are you across the room from your mic?
I feel like making fun of
I can't hear you.
You're responding.
I can barely hear you. I hear. I mainly hear the fuzz from like wind or something at your house.
All right, hold on. We have to invite somebody to go.
Like who?
You hear me perfectly, or is that shaky?
It's still shaky. Louder, but shaky.
I like to invite go.
Is he rejoining?
Yeah, should be actually.
Cool.
Now try.
Speak for a little bit, like a solid minute.
Okay,
Okay, that fixed it. That
Alright, invite
fixed it.
Ghost to the call.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
It instantly didn't call him.
Oh shit, I'm gonna hang up the call and call you all back.
Okay.
It's 'cause Marcus is- oh.
Aren't you gonna hang up the call?
No. The hell?
I'm still in the other call, and apparently Marcus is too, and you are.
Oh. Are we? Oh yeah, I just have it on hold.
Yeah, okay then. This is very interesting, though. Okay, so, Ghost disconnected.
Who's gonna tell him? Oh, he immediately went offline, so...
Yeah, that's what I meant by disconnected.
Okay, well... We're continuing on. Whether he's coming back or not. Alright, so you kind of walk up to the door of the building. If you remember correctly, everybody on my end, went to a main kind of farm outside, and they hear voices coming, or a voice coming in from the main, like, kind of farmhouse. And, yes. I'm gonna find the correct image.
Yes, quite. Okay, so I'm gonna add Arco's picture back to my stream.
You might want to wait till he's, like, sure he's here. Alright, so...
Then we'll
You
put
hear
this-
a voice coming from inside, and, you look on inside. And, everybody give me a dexterity check. Actually, I have to pull up Grimhook's and Clarice and, Night Eye's character sheets.
Okay, let's see here. 'Where? Where the heck is my dice roller? It's buried.
It'd be buried.
Okay, so rolled a 15 and it's 11.
Alright, 15 and it's 11. Clary. Marcus, you're going to say something to me over the phone. Tell me what you fucking rolled. 15, and your dex is 7. You're quite a nimble man. Clary, now. 19, dex is 11. Night Eye, I know, definitely passes it. C has a very high. Oh. So, you all kind of like, because, like, as a party, you kind of went up towards the door. And now you're all kind of slowly going back. And as you're going back, Grimhook, like one of his hammers on his belt, let's just say it kind of, falls off of his belt. And you hear this voice shout from inside, "Who's there?"
I'm gonna say quietly and in a high voice, "No one."
And, should I put this guy in the escape set? I don't know if I should. Alright, I'll have to start managing stuff real quick. Alright, Callan, you're there because I have a copy of your character sheet. Clary, I put you there because you're not an actual person. Put you there. Where's Grimhook? Grimhook. Put him there. Yeah, sorry, I have to reorganize things. It was working well before, but now I'm just like fucking messing around looking for folders. Fucking. How long have you been on? My Kindle just made the shit. I'm dying noise, and I don't remember ever turning it on. Yeah, sorry everybody, technical difficulties. Ah, here's the D&D folder. Of all my images and character sheets. You use enemies in yours, right? Like use enemy images. How?
I do if I have the room, which I do not have the room.
Oh, okay, then I don't need to send it.
For all my allies are taking up the room.
Well, don't worry, you might lose one or two of them pretty soon. So, this guy comes out, and he kind of looks like you can't quite see his face, but he kind of looks like this tall goblin-esque fella. You notice that he's quite buff as he kicks down the door, and he has a very long sword in hand.
And he's all like, "Come at me, bitch."
Yeah, he's like ready to kill you all.
I'm gonna say, "Whoa, whoa, calm down there, buddy."
So now it's time to roll initiative. Everybody roll me a d20.
13.
Alright. So, you are going first.
You meaning who?
You.
Oh, okay.
If I'm talking to Marcus, I'll just say Marcus is going first for the stream.
Okay.
By the way, Marcus, you are going second to last.
So wait, that means everybody got a roll under 13?
Yes. To
Wow.
be specific, Night Eye got a 1. Fucking Callan, forgot his fucking name, got literally a 3. I think Grimhook got a 5, and Clary got a 7.
Well, apparently I'm the one with the best reflexes.
No, you're going first! You're, like, in front of this guy. Like, everybody else backed up farther.
Wait, what? Oh, come on.
So, this
Okay.
guy, what would you like to do?
So, I'm gonna try to disarm him.
Gonna try to what?
Disarm him.
That will be... Alright, let's see if you can get a dex just to see if you can get him, you know, in position to disarm.
So your dexterity is a 10, which will mean I need to get... Hey, look, a 16.
Alright, so he's going to roll a dex check to see if he can get a... Or so he, comes up to you. Or you come up to him. And you, like, get him right. Now give me a strength to see if you can, like, get the weapon out of his hand.
I'm also gonna use my blade to hit his arm.
Okay, so do that, and we'll see if he does a dex check to get it out of the way.
16, and my, strength is 10.
Alright, well, unfortunately, this guy, he dashes out of the way, kind of sees what you're doing, and he dashes back. And now you kind of take notice that there's this big tome on his arm, kind of wrapped around. And he unfastens that and kind of holds it in one hand, breathes something out of it, and the entire field is kind of,
On fire?
No, the entire field just has this big haze that's come over it, and you can't quite see him anymore.
Ah.
With the exception of Grimhook, because he puts on his goggles and he's not blinded by the mist. So all, dex checks will be -2 now.
Ooh, fun.
It is now Clary's turn. What will Clary do? Transform. Alright, so Clary goes to transform. You don't even need to wisdom to do this. And you realize that you're so close to the shard that, no magic works. It's one of those shards, and she can't quite transform. So I'll say that as a bonus action. You can make an attack action still, Marcus, with her. Elvish Bow. Alright, let's see here. That would be a dex check. What is her... Well, not dex, I guess perception, because aiming. -2 for perception. Alright, she hits for a D10 of damage, Marcus. Alright, 4. So, Clary draws her bow and knocks back an arrow and fires, just kind of blindly into a mist, and he gets hit in the arm. And you can kind of see, like, this little red gush come out somewhere in the mist.
Ugh.
Kind of like his blood. Now it goes to, Grimhook, who can see kind of through the smoke perfectly because of his goggles, so he's going to run up to this goblin-esque man and try to hit him with the dwarven axe. He fails miserably, and the goblin gets a counterattack on him.
He's all going up badass, and then he, like, trips on a butterfly or something.
And -3 to Grimhook's health. Callan, it is your turn. What would you like to do? Alright, so Callan, kind of, like, give me a... Or, actually, let me give... He does not notice you as you go, kind of, like, hide off in the smoke yourself, Callan. So you get 1 free attack roll, and he cannot dodge this attack, because you're in stealth. Alright, so real quick, Caden, aka Helm, you kind of notice that Callan just kind of like pulls out this dagger. Give me a perception check real quick and a history check.
Okay, let me just roll.
And I'm borrowing something else from Skyrim just because I like the name.
12.
12, what's your, what are you rolling off, history or perception?
We'll go with perception.
Alright, so you look at this, what's your perception?
11.
You look at this dagger and you don't know too much of a history about it, but you do know what it's called is kind of a famed assassin blade called the Blade of Woe.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go with Mehrunes dagger.
No, Mehrunes dagger is not the assassin's knife, the Blade of Woe is. And he kind of sneaks up behind the goblin and he stabs. You can kind of see him, and he just kind of stabs it down for 8 damage. It just stabs kind of in his back, and the goblin just kind of screeches out and turns around to slash at you. But he misses, and the blade just kind of goes back as you dive back into the mist cavern. And now it's Night Eye's turn. So Night Eye also, since of his feline-esque eyes, cannot, does not get the perception debuff, because it rounds out. He is also going to take a shot with his bow. He hits for 10. So, right after, this goblin kind of reaches for his tome, but before he can do that, Night Eye kind of shoots the arrow right through it, and it stabs him in the heart, and he keels over.
Oh. Well then.
So, the guy is dead now, and, Callan, I'm gonna let Marcus have the first move, because he's the closest to the body.
So moral of this story is if I don't get him, the rest of my party will?
I mean, depending on what it is. Callan, you don't find much of use on the body. You do, however, find 4 gold.
Can I loot it? Can I
Good job,
see if
Callan,
I
you did
can
it.
loot stuff?
Alright, so, also, another thing real quick. Everybody roll me a perception.
Rolling a 15 and my perception is 11.
Grimhook... turn back on.
Yeah, I would see that as a reasonable offer here.
So, she immediately jumps at it. She is going to take a... She doesn't get quite burned when she gets on top of this thing. It's not really anything, bad. And what she does is she bites down into its neck. She goes for the jugular, pretty much, and she hurts it for 20 damage. And because of its her ability in direwolf form, Strongjaw, let's see if she gets it. She does not get it. If she would have passed the Strongjaw test, aka as I call it, the enemy would have been stunned for the next turn. So you all would get a free hit off of it, but you don't. It kind of bats her off. Okay. And now it is aiming towards you, Callan, and it's time for you to attack.
Oh, so, wait, I'm going first, though.
Or Caden, yeah, Caden, my bad.
So, I'm going to... Is there any metal nearby?
Not that you can see.
Like, is the house made out of metal, or...?
No, it's made out of wood. It's a farmhouse.
How come there's never any metal for me to, like,
This is medieval times, and the best you have is, like... Well, it's fantasy time. And the best you have is, like, scrap swords and shields, and you can't quite see this. I mean, you could probably take the goblin's longsword, but it will only give you 1 scrap metal if you break it down. Well, it might have been more if Grimhook was still alive.
Well, I mean, like, the windmill should have at least 1 giant metal part in it.
Well... That's kind of inside, buried under the crystal.
Oh.
That was shattered.
Okay, then. I guess that plan won't work, so...
So you can cut this thing with your blades, if you like, but you risk getting a burn damage.
I also forgot the fact that, I can just do this. So, I'm going to take my blades off, throw them into the air, and just end up trying to slash at it by using my manipulate metal ability.
Okay, so it's going to do a dex check.
I forgot about that ability, though.
It fails the dex check because it's too busy with Clary. And what is your sword's damage?
I'm pretty sure I put it as a...
It's the same as it would normally be.
D10.
Alright, you roll me a D10, because this thing failed the dex check, and,
Pretty sure this is a D10. Yeah, that's
I'm
a
gonna
D10.
say your ability allows you not to do this trick.
So, 5?
Alright, so these blades it's like skin-esque thing. You don't really know if it's skin. It's kind of thick, but they do hurt it a bit. You can see it kind of getting hurt. But now it's going to it's going to look over at Night Eye, and it's going to lunge for him. So Night Eye is going to do a dex check with a +2.
How many attacks does this thing get?
It's quite a large beast. Night Eye easily just he pretty much jumps over the thing and he gets a free shot at it.
Okay.
He does miss because he's kind of in the air, but it hits close to it.
Okay.
Callan, what would you like to do? You can't quite go into stealth anymore. Okay, you're gonna slash at it. You're gonna risk getting a burn damage. You don't burn too severely either. Your lever kind of protects you. Only one. And give me a d4 for your dig. Oh yeah, you can't even barely. You just braze its skin, and it just kind of feels a mild pain. Alright, Clary's going again, so she's going to... What's she gonna do, Marcus? She hits again for another 5 in Strongjaw. She passes for Strongjaw, so this thing is stunned now, so you all get a free attack on it.
Cool.
So, Caden, it's your turn. Caden.
Oh, me? My turn
Yes.
again? Oh, wait. I didn't get my robot to go again. We'll do it this time around. So, I'm gonna do that, sword flingy ability again.
Alright. So, it can't even do a dex check now, because Clary has it kind of under her mass.
Okay, so I will roll. And I did 8 damage.
8 damage.
Yep.
Alright, so you kind of look at this thing afterwards, and it's kind of just barely clinging on to life.
And
The flames around it seem to be dying out.
And I'm going to get my, robot to attack it. If there's
Alright,
nothing
so
else
robot
happening.
comes up, it doesn't even need to do anything, it just doesn't even need to roll a damage. It slashes upwards, and it kind of cuts this thing through its stomach. Or what you assume would be its stomach if it was technically a living thing, and it slouches out, it kind of just lets out one last little whimper, and it just dies there and then.
So I'm just gonna sit there for a few seconds and just go, well, that was a very, very pitiful death right there.
Alright, so now you have you walk up to Grimhook, and you can kind of see that there's no way he survived. Even if there was a chance to save him, it would have had to been directly after the thing pounced on him.
Okay.
And he is not alive anymore. He is quite firmly dead. There's no way to really bring him back without very powerful magics.
Okay then.
So rest in peace, Grimhook. You died as you lived very shortly.
That was mean.
So you all go into a windmill. All 4 of you that are left.
Okay.
Give me all a perception to see what you can find, because now I can loot this place.
Okay, I got a 13 and my perception is 11.
Okay. So Callan and Clary, who is still a wolf, they don't find much. They find, maybe what seems to be some of the bones that were taken. And Night Eye, which I'm going to say you as a player know, but your character doesn't know this. He kind of finds what looks to be this kind of purple egg in the corner. And he just kind of takes it and stashes it in his pouch. Helm, you find what seems to be some healing potions.
Okay. Can I know?
A D 10 each. You find 2 of them.
Okay. Can I also look for some scrap metal from the destroyed windmill?
You do find some scrap metal in the barn.
How much?
You find 3 scrap metal. It seems to be a pile of broken weapons and shields.
Okay.
And you salvage the metal from them.
Okay.
This one again would be more if... I feel bad about that, because you know who I wanted to kill?
What?
I wanted to kill Night Eye. Because I'm going to tell you this now, Night Eye isn't going to stay with you.
Okay, then.
He's kind of going to help, and then he's going to go on his own path. So, you search throughout this, and then you hear what seems to be a siren coming from the town.
Oh, okay then.
So you all rush back, and that you see now that this town is kind of being... They're not as big as the one you just fought, but is being attacked by hellhounds.
Okay then. So
And there's this guard on the roof of one of the houses that's like kind of trying to spot people, trying to figure out where they are and, you know, tell the other guards about it. And he sees you guys like, the sheriff, he needs you in the prison! And you
okay
all
then.
rush up to the prison.
Wait, how many health potions did I get?
2.
2.
So you all rush up to the prison, and this is where Helm's going to figure out how bad a nightmare is.
Okay then.
And I'm going to put it in the Skype chat. If you had a picture for Grimhook, this will be what you replace it with, I guess. If I can find the D&D folder. No, that's Callan's sheet. Where is it? It's under you, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So, cue music again. No, not the God section. Nightmares. Yep, Nightmare 02. So, you all go to the prison. You find the sheriff knocked unconscious.
Unconscious, you mean?
Yes. And, you walk in and you look. There's something kind of near the drow's bars, the old drow that you saved.
Oh, looky there, it's a pretty
It
little
all
fella.
turned... Oh, and Clary's now a human, by the way. Bye. And, it turns its many, many heads to look at you. And now what you all are going to do for me is roll a new little bar that I have set up. You know why? This is one of the reasons I have sanity. You are all going to roll me a d10 for... nope, don't want Nightmare 1. Nightmare 2. You are all going to want to roll me a d10 for a scare, aka loss of sanity. See how much sanity this thing makes you lose.
Okay, hold on, let me set this up on the, stream.
Because this is quite a terrifying beast. And I'm pretty sure you don't even need me to tell you that.
He's quite a pretty beast.
Like I said, it's called Nightmares for a reason.
It's a pretty little fella.
Alright, while this is going on, Callan, can you roll me one?
Okay, roll a d20 though.
No, d10.
D10?
And tell me what it is, I'll tell you if you pass or fail.
5.
Ooh. Wait, a 5?
Yeah.
Ooh, you just... You pass, but everybody else, unfortunately, does not. So, Callan seems very shaken up by this thing. Kind of like he's remembering something, almost.
I don't see why I'm not shaken up by it, because this thing is ugly.
Well, the other... And Night Eye is also especially, because he remembers this thing quite clearly. This is something that almost killed him. and it is going to get first move. So, what's it going to do? It's a decent away from you guys. And it kind of looks over to Night Eye immediately, almost as if it remembers him. And it's going to do, oh shit. It does a spell, and what you can kind of see, it kind of like lifts up one of its many arms.
So it's gonna royally screw him.
And one of its face's eyes turn like red, and you can kind of see like this bluish mist come right out of Night Eye, aka part of his soul.
Oh yeah, fun.
And Night Eye is now at 20 health, and when he was at 36, it did D20 of 16. And that was just basically its bonus action, so now you all need to roll me initiative.
Yay! 17!
Alright, so Callan's quite in back. Helm, you go first again.
I'm good
Oh,
at
you said
this.
17?
Yeah.
You go in first again. Night Eye is not too far behind you. Then it's Clary, then it's Callan. This thing is still... That was just its bonus action. It is going to get another shot on you unless you can avoid it. So it's another one of its heads that you can kind of see on its side. Eyes turn red, and it lifts up one of its hands. And this big purple blast of energy is coming for you.
Coming for me?
Give me a perception check -2, because this is a small... Or not perception, dex check, and -2, since this is a small roll.
Coming for me?
Yes, it's coming for you.
11 and my dexterity is 10.
You just managed to jump out of the way of this blast. I mean, it almost fills the entire room.
So basically, I'm sitting here going, woo! Oh, I felt that one on my butt.
Alright, so now you can try to attack this thing.
Okay. So, I'm gonna continue to use my manipulate metal with my swords, because, you know, that's a lot better than, you know, running at it.
Alright, you are going to have to give me a, for this beast, you are going to have to give me a wisdom check to see if it, you can even use your magic.
Okay, if not, then I'm just gonna run at it. That sounds like a good idea. 17, and my wisdom is 8.
You are able to, your swords go up in the air. This thing is going to do a dexterity check. The blades come by, and it raises its hands, and it stops them. And they just kind of come back to your arms.
Oh. Okay then. So...
Night Eye is going
Wait,
to...
wait, my robot.
Okay, your robot. Your robot can do that too, but also
Yes.
you will have to see if you can... Or your robot will also have to do a wisdom check if it has that stat. If it's not, it's going to be the same as yours. You'll see if it can...
Technically, I don't think it uses magic.
Well, it is powered by, like, magic. It's clockwork.
Well, yeah.
And this is basically seeing if she shuts it down or not. Or it. I mean, it looks like a woman. Isk.
Okay, so I got 17 again. And I'm just gonna say...
Your robot comes up and it slashes D10, or whatever it is. I think it's a D10, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a D10.
D10?
So, 6.
Alright, I went to go put in, 64, and I put in G.
Why are you putting in 64 if I've
It's
only
health
done...
is 70.
Ah, okay.
So, now it is a Night Eye's up, and Night Eye is like out of commission because part of his soul was just basically taken. And so now it is Clary who draws back her bow to shoot at it, and she misses.
Okay.
And then Callan goes into stealth. It doesn't notice him. But, actually, wait, Callan, roll me, actually. Never mind, it does notice him, and kind of as a rebuke, Callan starts to hear these voices in his head. And, he's going to lose another sanity. Because this thing is basically speaking to him, and all he can hear is like an amalgamation of different voices, and he's out of commission too.
Okay then.
So he's basically curled up on the floor, grasping his ears. And
Okay.
this thing turns back to a Night Eye, and it raises up its hand, and all you can see is this big blast of energy, and like directed right at Night Eye's unconscious body. And he just gets obliterated. He can do a death, or I can do technically a death saving throw. Okay, I roll a d20. If it's above a 10, he survives. Just barely, Night Eye opens his eyes, and you can kind of see this, like, kind of this yellowish glow come off of him, as he is obviously saved by something higher up. And he gets up and he's going to rebuke, and he's just going to scratch at it with his claws. He manages to hit it for 4 damage,
Okay.
but this thing is obviously not happy.
Okay then. So is
And just before you can do anything more, it looks over to the drow that's in the cage, or in the cell, and another one of its head's eyes glow red, and it just sucks the soul completely out of him. And it just basically the thing turns to dust and disappears.
So, is that it?
That is it. You know why that is it?
Why?
Basically, because I wanted to show you what nightmares would be like. And I will tell you the move it was using as its main attack move, aka Nightmaric Blast. Blast foe with a large blast of dark energy. D20 times 2.
Oh, that's fun.
So it could basically, this thing, and this is not the strongest of them, could basically one-shot you all.
Okay, that sounds good. Yeah.
So, Night Eye, you look outside, and all the hellhounds have disappeared, and there's now people in the streets and guards trying to, fix the damages, and we're trying to find everybody who was attacked, and, get them back to good health, or, figure out if they're dead or not. And the sheriff comes too soon afterwards. He's like, and he kind of draws his headsman axe. He's like, where is it? Oh, it's gone.
It went the bye-byes after it obliterated the elf.
He looks over to a drow. He's like, unfortunate. I must thank you. We found that while you guys were gone, that this thing was causing our trouble. We don't know where it went, but I guess it got what it wanted. I thank you all, but after the attack, we have nothing to give.
I'm gonna
And
say
Night Eye's sitting there. He's like Night Eye's breathing heavily, because he basically just died and got brought back, and you can kind of see Callan. He starts looking around, and he gets up. He's quite shaky, but he gets up. And Clary kind of has to help him up.
so. So I'm gonna tell the sheriff that there's no need to compensate us for our deeds. We just want to do it.
It's like, that's mighty nice of you. Although, to be honest, after what just happened, we weren't going to pay you. I mean, we can't. The town is destroyed.
I realize.
We should be able to rebuild. Night Eye, and you kind of look over it, and well, he's like, there are also two, all actually that we can offer. There are two people in the tavern looking for adventures. I don't know where that dwarf went, but if you need another hand, then free to help. And Night Eye kind of like taps you on the shoulder. He's like, I thank you for letting me have one last adventure, but I feel as if I'm going to retire from this lifestyle now. Go back to my hunting. And he walks out of prison. So, if you have two options, I'm not going to make you take a group of 5. So you can either take Felix or Raven with you. You're kind of stopping back at the pub to tell what's his face, what I call him? The little halfling bodice or something like that.
I think so.
You're telling him that you are you're leaving now. You don't, it's not, your job here is done.
Okay then.
And you can either take Raven or Felix with you.
I'm gonna try Felix.
Alright. So you kind of walk over to Felix and you tap him on his shoulder. He's like, want to come along? And he's like, I have nothing better to do. And he steps up and he's like, Felix Shroud, at your service. And also, Night Eye walks in and he kind of, he gives Callan the egg. You kind of just notice it, but you don't pay too much mind to it.
Okay.
And he taps him on the shoulder. He's like, be well, my friend. I hope that you do not face a similar fate to what I almost faced. And Callan and Clary are still going to accompany you
Okay.
as their happy little bunch. And so is Felix.
Okay then.
So,
This sounds like a good dropping point for the 3rd episode.
it does.
So, yeah.
Thank you all for staying by, but now we must write the recap. So
And
what
I will turn off my broadcast before you do, because it's annoying as hell to listen to you speak while you are typing. So, bye-bye, guys.
So,
Bye-bye.
what